Yeah?
Marcos, the new Kamen Rider got announced.
Oh. Fuck. I don't normally do this kind of stuff, but I've decided to become a slave wage to the algorithm for once, so here I am. But I'm not going to react to only the trailer. I'm actually going to put a little more effort into this. You know me, I gotta put extra effort into something that I actually want to talk about. So, why do I now want to talk about something like this? I don't normally talk about or give like initial thoughts about a suit drop or some leak. I'm not that type of guy, but yeah, I have stuff to talk about for once. Also, because I want to prove Salt right in saying that I wouldn't make Slav content, I would actually put effort into this. So, since from the beginning, I've always been like, yeah, I'm moderately excited about the next Kamen Rider show. That's the main Marcosatsu line. I hope it's good. A lot of my knee jerk slash initial reactions to past shows were pretty much the same. With Revice, I was like, the suits are ugly, whatever. Geats, I like the suits. Battle Royale theme, cool, I guess. Gotchard, I like the suit, the theme, cards, cool, I guess. Gav, still don't like the suit, the theme, cool, I guess. And then we got to the drop. The Zeztz drop. A new writer awakens. Kamen Rider Zeztz, premiering September 2025 in Japan. This tweet was sent to me by friend Calvin in our server, so thank you for that. He was the very first one to show me Zeztz. And keep in mind, I'm choosing my wording here very carefully for reasons you might get to understand later. My initial reaction? I hate to say it, it looks like one of those AI generated writers. Now that I'm actually looking at it more, I still don't like it. And I'm just showing this one comment here on Twitter, but it appears I'm not the only one. Thank God. I was so used to being the odd man out. I'm so happy I'm not this season. Really, the only thing that stands out to me personally is that its driver is more like a sling bag this time. That's actually really neat. It is a neat concept, idea, execution. I like how it looks so far. I'm interested to see how the sounds and how the actual toy will work. Otherwise, the rest is not doing anything for me. And at this point, yeah, you can kind of come to expect that from Marcosatsu. It just isn't doing anything for me. Here I am scrolling, and I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to look like the old man who yells at Cloud and yells at the kids these days, but um yes, a lot of Kamen Riders are in fact inspired by Kamen Rider Ichigo. You may think they're not, but trust me, the history of Kamen Rider guy, most writers have an Ichigo motif in there somewhere. But of course, what's the main reason I'm even talking about Zeztz? It's the next line. Broadcast and streaming are scheduled to air in Canada, Hong Kong, South Korea, Thailand, Taiwan, Vietnam, and the MENA region. More details coming soon. Who's ready? You and I both know why I made this video, right? It's also being broadcasted in the USA. Interestingly enough, no UK or Europe regions. I'll leave Keza Henshin to talk about that for herself, but wow, yeah. Very, very interesting that we were getting Zeztz, a mainline Kamen Rider, aired in the USA. They have not said if it'll be simulcast or dubbed or honestly even subbed. I would be skeptical at this point if they would do any of that, but it said the USA. That's it. So, Shinichiro Shirakura, the producer and now head of a global department at Toei, has said multiple times before in the past that Toei believed the American market was pretty non-existent. Of course, he changed his mind in more recent years, and that's why he's a department head for their global branding. And even before he was a department head, he went on to say that he grew to understand that there are fans in the United States, and he is trying to bring more to them. Well, to me and to all my friends and all of us collectively. So that's why I made this video. That's why Marcosatsu decided to come out of his 01 editing cave to talk about this. This is one of the first major steps that department is making in order to bring Kamen Rider worldwide. I'm saying this is more major because other countries have had Kamen Rider seasons officially by Toei being distributed to them, both in dubbing and subbing. But now this is more of a global thing. It's way more interesting to me to see where this will take us. Also because this was announced and posted by the Kamen Rider Global account. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here. Me and the global account, ooh, I feel like we're gonna like box one day because man, some of those posts were weird. I respect what they're doing. I trust in the process, but man, some of those posts were like, did you watch the show? That aside, this is incredibly interesting. And I think that's my personal bottom line. It is very interesting that this is happening. One major reason why I'm personally interested is because I would love to see what happens because of this. That's very general, but let me try to explain this as best as I can. Toei has tried to expand the Kamen Rider brand to the United States, and well, I did say try. Team Kamen Rider was a thing, and they did their best with what they could. Some online retailers are officially getting distributed from Toei and Bandai and all the partners that they have. And this could be a video topic on its own. In fact, it probably has been in my back burner for years now. But again, I'm trying to choose my words carefully here. They were trying their best with what they had. Team Kamen Rider only distributed the toys. They were only partnering with other distributors for the toys. The shows were a whole different thing. And we can tell they were a whole different thing. And then the shows got distributed in so many places where you could only watch them in those certain places. But at least YouTube has 2 episodes of every other Kamen Rider. Neat. So to me, it would feel like a Toei move. Not that I would know what a Toei move is, but it feels like a Toei move where they would say that their previous attempt didn't work out to distribute Kamen Rider to the United States. They would chalk it up as a failure, then move on. But here we are. Here I am, talking about Zeztz, because it's coming to the United States. Neat. But another thing I want to emphasize is that let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is just the poster. We don't even know if it'll be dubbed, subbed, or whatever. Let's just keep our expectations low. We don't know if this will be an adaptation, if there will ever be another adaptation. Not that we even need one in the first place. Let's just try to watch Zeztz. Enjoy it. Support it. If there's toys, hey, I'll buy one. I did with the other stuff. I have my Kuga belt there that I bought at Comic-Con. Let's try to enjoy it while we can. I should have had this prepared beforehand. There's supposed to be a trailer? Where's the trailer? You nerds, where is the trailer? Oh, okay, I found the trailer. So yes, this is also part reaction video. Let's react to the Kamen Rider Zeztz trailer. English. That's a really ugly suit.